All right, here we go. The Los Angeles Lakers are clearly banking on landing Aton, and it seems like that's becoming more and more of a sure thing now. I'm just speaking as a fan here, not someone inside the front office, but the signs are pointing pretty strongly in that direction. Just yesterday, it became clear they're convinced Aton is coming on board and that they're prepared to sign him. What's interesting is how they're managing their salary cap and roster moves to make it work. One key piece of evidence is how they've handled the mid-level exception. They recently signed Laravia for $6 million, using part of the mid-level exception that became available after Dorian Finney-Smith left for the Houston Rockets. That move alone signals that the Lakers are holding back part of that exception, specifically for Aton's contract. It's a strategic move showing they know exactly how much they need to pay to get him on their roster. People might wonder how I can be so sure about this, but when you dig into the details, it all lines up perfectly. Initially, it was believed Aton might command something close to $20 million per year. The idea was he'd take the full mid-level exception from some team to make up for his lost salary. But what actually happened was he ended up getting $25.5 million over 2 years, which means about $10 million less per year than what some expected. That difference aligns almost exactly with Laravia's new contract. There's maybe a small $1 million gap, but it's close enough to see the plan forming clearly. The Lakers are likely locking Aton down as their starting center with a 2-year deal. It's probably structured with a player option in the second year, which is a smart way to keep flexibility. If Aton wants out after year 1, he can leave with a guaranteed $8 million, but if things work out, the Lakers have him for 2 years or more. This gives both sides a chance to see if the fit is right without tying themselves to a long-term commitment that might become a burden. What makes this also important is that Aton is basically the last major center option available. The Lakers lost out on Clint Capela, Brook Lopez, and Luke Cornett, who all signed elsewhere. None of those guys made much sense salary-wise for the Lakers anyway. Their price tags were too high for what they bring to the table, especially considering the Lakers' current needs and financial limits. Aton stands out as the best option, probably the only viable one left to address their center position, and getting him without having to trade assets makes it an even better deal. It's interesting to note that the Lakers avoided trading for Aton. That would have cost them picks or other players, so locking him up via free agency feels like a huge win. Aton has the potential to be a cornerstone next to LeBron James and Austin Reeves for years to come, not just a short-term fix. That kind of long-term stability at center is exactly what the Lakers need as they plan for the future beyond the next couple of seasons. Alongside Aton, the Lakers brought in Laravia, who's a young player with a lot of upside. Laravia, only 23 years old, showed flashes of promise during his time with the Sacramento Kings, where he was starting to come into his own before suffering a finger fracture. That slowed his progress. He's a versatile wing who can shoot the 3, create shots for himself and teammates, and should fit nicely into the Lakers' rotation. His youth and skill set give the team a boost in depth and athleticism, which is crucial for a playoff push. Laravia isn't just a bench filler. He's the kind of player who could grow into a key contributor. His combination of size, shooting ability, and playmaking gives the Lakers a reliable option off the bench, especially next to established stars like LeBron and Austin Reeves. Having that kind of young talent mixed in with veteran leadership can really help a team's chemistry and on-court versatility. But even as Laravia's addition is exciting, the Lakers' biggest priority remains securing their center. That's why Aton's potential signing carries so much weight. They couldn't afford to risk losing him just to get a role player like Laravia. The front office clearly understands this, which is why they appear to be prioritizing Aton's contract above all else. Their message seems to be, "We want to sign you, Aton, and then we'll figure out the rest of the roster after that." Interestingly, there was talk earlier about Aton's ankle and whether that would be a concern for the Lakers. Some rumors suggested he might have health issues that would make the team hesitate, but that doesn't seem to hold much water. Rob Pelinka, the Lakers' general manager, is a savvy operator with a background as a player agent. He knows the importance of discretion and wouldn't risk jeopardizing a deal or Aton's reputation by leaking injury concerns. It seems more likely that any health questions are either overblown or part of routine evaluations. In reality, the simplest explanation often makes the most sense here. Aton became available, and the Lakers saw their chance to address their biggest roster hole to make room for his contract. They let Finney-Smith walk instead of offering him a long-term deal. That freed up the full mid-level exception to sign both Aton and Laravia. It's a tough decision because Finney-Smith was a valuable player. But sometimes roster management requires tough calls to maximize the team's overall talent and flexibility. LeBron James himself took a pay cut to help the team remain flexible. So it's understandable the Lakers want to keep options open for future seasons. By signing Aton to a short-term deal with a player option, they're keeping the door open for adjustments in 2027, when they might pursue other stars or retool the roster. It's a smart balancing act, securing a needed center now without hamstringing future moves. From the perspective of other free agent centers like Capela and Lopez, it's easy to see why they chose other teams. If Aton was headed to the Lakers, it meant fewer minutes and a backup role for those guys. So they took the better financial offer elsewhere. Capela, for example, signed with Houston, where he can earn more money and accept a backup role, rather than taking a lower salary to come off the bench in Los Angeles. Similarly, Lopez opted for the Clippers because they offered a better contract than what the Lakers could provide. All of this makes Aton's acquisition feel like the biggest and most important move the Lakers could make this offseason. It's probably the worst-kept secret around, with most insiders and fans expecting the signing to be announced any day now. Whether it happens today, tomorrow, or right after he clears waivers, the pieces have fallen into place, and everything about the Lakers roster moves points to Aton becoming their starting center. This also ties into their broader roster construction, where the team aims to blend veterans like LeBron James with young players who can develop and contribute immediately. Aton and Laravia represent that blend perfectly: young, talented, and with plenty of room to grow, along with players like D'Anthony Melton, who the Lakers are reportedly targeting. This group could form the core of a competitive, well-rounded team that addresses multiple needs. Losing Finney-Smith stings because he was an important part of last year's lineup, a player who brought leadership, defensive toughness, and reliable production. But the Lakers are banking on the fact that Aton's upside as a center is a higher priority, and that Laravia and Melton can help fill some of the gaps left by Finney-Smith's departure. It's a calculated risk, but one that shows the front office is focused on long-term roster balance rather than short-term fixes. The way it all came together suggests the Lakers were willing to let Finney-Smith walk, possibly because they couldn't meet his demands for a long-term contract at the price he wanted. Maybe they offered him a smaller deal, and he chose to pursue a bigger payday elsewhere. That's part of the business, especially in today's NBA, where managing salary cap and exceptions is crucial to building a competitive team. In the end, the Lakers' plan seems clear: sign Aton, bring in young talent like Laravia and Melton, and keep their financial flexibility intact for future moves. It's a strategy that makes sense given their current situation and goals. The 2-year contract with a player option for Aton fits perfectly into that approach, giving the team a chance to see how he fits without committing too far ahead. The Lakers front office appears to have done their homework and weighed every option carefully. They avoided costly trades for centers who would have demanded more money, and instead positioned themselves to sign Aton as a free agent, maximizing their cap space and roster spots. This kind of savvy management could pay dividends in the coming years if Aton lives up to his potential and the supporting cast around him develops as hoped. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. Rumors are swirling in the NBA world as whispers grow louder about a potential blockbuster move involving Jaylen Brown joining the Los Angeles Lakers. According to multiple sources close to the league, Brown could be the explosive piece that the Lakers have been eyeing to build a formidable new Big Three alongside LeBron James and Luka Doncic. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the buzz around this possible acquisition is intensifying, setting the stage for what could be one of the most exciting team formations in recent NBA history. Jaylen Brown, known for his dynamic scoring ability, defensive prowess, and relentless work ethic, would bring a fresh burst of energy to the Lakers lineup. His combination of athleticism and shooting would complement LeBron's playmaking and Luka's scoring, potentially creating a trio that rivals any in the league. For the Lakers, who have been searching for the right pieces to reclaim championship glory, Brown represents a perfect fit: young, hungry, and capable of making an immediate impact on both ends of the court. The Lakers' pursuit of Brown hints at a strategic shift, blending seasoned leadership with rising star power. LeBron James, now in the twilight of his career, could benefit immensely from sharing the floor with a versatile wing like Brown. Who can ease the scoring load and bolster the defense? Meanwhile, Luka Doncic's creative genius and offensive skill set would mesh well with Brown's ability to attack the rim and knock down perimeter shots, creating a multi-dimensional threat that opponents would struggle to contain. Industry insiders speculate that negotiations are already underway, with talks focusing on how the Lakers might structure a deal to bring Brown on board without compromising their salary cap or losing critical role players. The challenge, of course, lies in convincing Brown and his camp that joining the Lakers presents the best opportunity for both personal growth and team success. Given the Lakers' rich history and market appeal, combined with the chance to play alongside two of the league's biggest stars, the pitch might just be irresistible. Of course, the NBA landscape is always volatile and rumors often swirl without materializing. But the chatter surrounding Jaylen Brown and the Lakers signals a genuine interest and potential alignment of ambitions. Fans are buzzing on social media, imagining the possibilities of LeBron, Luka, and Brown sharing the court, rewriting the narrative for the Lakers and shaking up the balance of power in the Western Conference. Should this deal come to fruition, it would mark a bold statement from the Lakers front office, demonstrating their commitment to assembling a championship-caliber squad, ready to compete at the highest level. For Jaylen Brown, it would mean stepping into the bright lights of Los Angeles, embracing a new challenge, and becoming a central figure in one of the NBA's most talked-about lineups. As the NBA offseason heats up, all eyes will be on the Lakers and Brown. Will this exciting rumor turn into reality? Only time will tell. But the mere prospect has already ignited hope and excitement among Lakers fans eager for the next chapter in their storied franchise. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.